Well done on practicing your writing for IELTS. Writing takes effort and time, and you've done that, so nice work. What I really liked about your piece was that you did a great job with meeting the task achievement. You've written a letter that meets largely most of the requirements. So let's jump in now to look at the two major things that are holding your writing back from getting a higher band score. The first is in lexical resource, and the second is in grammatical range and accuracy. At the moment, these two areas are sitting around the 5 mark. We want to try and bring this onto a band 6. And so how are we going to do that? So I'm going to show you how you can do that by reading through your essay and making corrections. Then I'm going to go back to these two areas and sort of recap what those two areas are and what specifically you need to do to get that higher band score in those two major areas, because these are the two major parts where you're losing those band scores. So let's go by reading through the essay, and I'm going to show you my corrections with markup as I go along. Dear Mum and Dad, I'm writing to you this time. I'm writing to you, so I'm going to remove that. I'm writing, instead of to you, I'd go, I'm writing to let you know. I'm going to get rid of that additional to. I'm writing to let you know about my new place. I'm sorry for not telling you before, but I have been really, okay, so remember these capital letters with the I's, but I have been really busy, so by should be busy, so just spelling here, busy with work and moving house. As I told you before, comma, my previous place was too far away from work and university. So remember to do the full length of words. And I had to walk 15 minutes from home to the train station. On top of that, again, because there is a pause at the comma in there, it was located right in front of King, capital letter because it's a name, King George's Road, which is very congested most of the time. Or we can replace that with which is often congested. Okay, the word often would replace very and most of the time. And the noise were driving me crazy. We could say the noise was driving me crazy, or you could write, and the noise drove me crazy. Use the past tense. My new place is located just 15 minutes from the university on the train, so by train. Okay, so from the university by train. So I'm just going to put this here to make it clearer for you. So from the university by train. And I, remember capitalized letters, can literally walk to work. It is a 20 mins, so we should write the full word. 20, it is a 20-minute walk. And remember capital letters, I think that. So we need the connecting word here. I think that it is the prefect. So it should be perfect, P-E-R. I'll put that actually here so you can see more clearly. Perfect. It is the perfect excuse to exercise. I would get rid of a bit. It is the perfect excuse to exercise and save some money. Full stop. So let's review that. My new place is located just 15 minutes from the university by train. And I can literally walk to work. It is a 20-minute walk. And I think that it is the perfect excuse to exercise and save some money. Full stop. And the word and is here, so that's fine. What you could also do in terms of grammatical range is to actually make this sentence just shorter and neater. So my new place is located just 15 minutes from the university by train. I could get rid of this because it makes it shorter. If you're walking, it is only a 20-minute walk, and I think that it is the perfect excuse to exercise and save some money. And then you do capital letter. There, so this should be, there's a spelling mistake here. Instead of there are a lot of restaurants and pubs, and even a Latin club that you guys would love, that you would love, as they play old Cuban salsa and have live music on Friday nights. I can't wait to have you visiting me. So I can't wait to see you soon, exclamation mark. Having this exclamation mark shows more grammatical range and accuracy. The place is so good that even my flatmate George decided to move in with me, full stop. The location is much more convenient for him as well, and the apartment is way more comfortable and bigger. I will be visiting you for Christmas this year, as we discussed last time, but I would love you to come before that. So I, remember the capital letters here, can take you around this beautiful city. I would also like to introduce you to my girlfriend Katie. She is very keen to meet you, and I think things between us are getting serious. So it is about time for you to meet her. So this one, spelling mistake, meet her. Lost of love, spelling mistake here, lots, L-O-T-S, lots of love, Mario. Okay, so let's have a quick discussion about this piece. So with lexical resource, what they're looking for is use of vocab, so the words that you're using. So there are a few spelling mistakes. So that's the first thing you need to do, work on the spelling of the pieces. So meek instead of meet, lost of love. So some of these words are actually genuine words, but they're genuine words, but not the right words in the context. And there are a few where you have the, but you want to say there. Okay, so they're things that you need to fix up. The other thing is the connecting words. So not telling you before and that. So these connecting words help make the sentence more fluid. In terms of grammatical range and accuracy, we're looking at things like tenses and punctuation as well, and capitalization. So things like making sure you use the capital I, okay, and names should be capitalized for names. So for example, King George's Road. And also punctuation, adding the comma where appropriate shows that range there. And, every now and then, where appropriate, probably only once during the piece, you can include an exclamation mark where you want to emphasize something. The other thing we want to look at for range of vocab is here, where we're using our words correctly. So the word often, so we put here often congested, replace the word very and most of the time. And by using the word often, you demonstrate that you're able to use a word, piece of vocab where you can replace more extended words. Okay, so you're showing more efficiency in the way you're in your expression. And in terms of grammatical range and accuracy, what you're also looking at is your sentences. So you can see here, often congested, and the noise drove me crazy. You can see that the sentence is shorter, but it clearly expresses what needs to be expressed in fewer words, but the word choice is much more sophisticated. So to recap, to get that high band score, what you need to do is work on lexical resource and grammatical range and accuracy. In particular, looking at your spelling, meek, lost, the, there, connecting words, and making sure that we're using vocab where you see a very long sentence. If you can use a word that can sort of represent longer sections of word, like often can be used to replace very and most of the time. And then in grammatical range and accuracy, making sure you use commas to add to a separation and better flow in your sentences. And also, where appropriate, an exclamation mark doesn't hurt as well. And also, one of the major things would be the capitalization, making sure you're capitalizing those I's, and also, where appropriate, the names at the beginning of sentences. This sort of capitalization and paying attention to grammar adds to greater polish, and that is recognized by your assessor to award you that higher band mark. So I hope you found these 2 tips to be useful, and I look forward to helping you with your next writing piece. Remember, writing does take practice, and the more you practice, the better your writing will become. So keep up the great effort.